Word on this computer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 11.
Mhm.
Today is February 22nd, and it's bright, sunny day out, but I'm not bright and sunny today. So I'll just apologize now for the yawning. I am Nicci, coming to you from Berlin, Wisconsin.
I'm Sarah, coming to you from Northwest Illinois. Yeah, that's where I am.
We were last here on the 1st. We just talked about this.
Mhm.
So a little later than normal, but as you guys know, life stuff, life happens, all that fun jazz. I would like to take time right now because I forget until the end. Thank you for all new and returning viewers. We appreciate you coming to check us out, and we hope you find something that you like.
Yes.
We are crafters of many walks of life. So we will typically talk about knitting, crocheting, cross stitch, hand sewing, and whatever else we get into that fancies or Sarah at the time. I guess that's the best way to describe us. Sometimes we're way heavier on cross stitch, and other times we're way heavier on knitting. Yeah. So, as far as updates, the only update that we have right now for you is that we have Zooms every Wednesday evening from 6 to 8 o'clock Central Time, and then the third Saturday of every month. So our next one won't be until March, because I had to miss this last February. So
yes, and I was, I had a thing that night. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only other update I might say is Sarah brought to my attention, and then I watched some other floss tubers, and a lot of people are doing a bigger project on leap day.
Yes.
To get done by the following leap year. Luckily for me, I had started my leap year project on the 1st because it tied into the fandom stitching group for cross stitch, which is a full coverage. Sorry, the dog's coming through. And so I had started that prior to Lent, and for Lent I gave up all starting any new project of any craft. So I can't start anything new until March 29th, and then God only knows what's going to happen at that point. But
I chose 2 days not to have any new starts or buy anything, and it is February 30th and 31st.
Sarah's participating the right way, and she's not starting hers to the 29th. I started mine a few days early, and yeah, Sarah knows I don't normally do full coverage anything. I love them. I just don't have the patience for the confetti.
And they also don't say it has to be full coverage. It just has to be 100 by 100.
Right.
So I went full coverage, of course. I love it. And then also, I don't know where this would go. We are talking about a special episode.
Yep.
For big year plans. So that's coming. I'm not very good at that. So it's going to be interesting to see what. I'm not a good planner when it comes to my crafting.
Yeah, I'm hoping, if Sarah agrees to it, that we'll do that probably next week, because we missed so many weeks in between to get back on a normal schedule.
Yeah.
But it'll be plans for the rest of this year. For me anyways, I've already started planning because I already took my 2 days of no crafting this month.
Yeah.
And then I also found some questions to get to know your floss knitting podcasters that we tie into that, so that anybody who's new or doesn't know me and Sarah from Zooms will get to know a little brief background on us.
It'll be a very special episode. We'll have to come up with some fun ones too.
Yep.
I have an idea.
We're very special some days, just saying.
Okay.
So should we go into works in progress, or do you want to do finishes because you have some this week?
I actually have some. Yay. Like we can do finishes.
Okay.
Okay. Am I starting? How many finishes?
Yeah, I'll let you start because you finally have some, and I know that was bumming you out that you didn't for a while.
I know. I mean, I will say I have finishes. They're tiny. I did not end up making the things I intended to. Well, I did sort of, and I didn't. So I did not make my daughter the Stanley. I ran out of time because I procrastinated. I'm sure I'm not the only one who does that. Um, and
Oh.
so my oldest daughter requested, well, she made a galentine basket for her two friends, and the three of them exchanged. And she was looking for a stuffy to put in them, but like at the store, it's really hard to find like a cute stuffy that isn't ridiculously priced. And this basket didn't need to be that expensive. So I asked her if she wanted me to make something, and she said, yes, please. And so it ties into, I kind of used the same pattern for all of it. So this is the pattern I used. It's actually 4 patterns. It's little mini items, and I have lots of yarn I can use for this because I like the little things. So this is what I drew from. I enjoyed making them. I will say, if you haven't done amigurumi, this is not a first project for you. Some of it, the way the directions were written, I could do it because I've done a lot of amigurumi, but it wasn't fully it was in a weird order. But anyway, so those, and I'm going to be showing pictures because some of them have been given away, and I just didn't have the energy to find them all. So I went
Mhm.
stash diving, and share. These are for my daughter's friends.
Oh,
Um, yeah, they're little bears. And I had another pattern that, no, this guy was holding a heart in the picture, right? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, he was holding a heart in the picture. Okay. So, and this is the basket my daughter put together.
Aw, those are cute.
Really cute. So then I'm like, okay, I gotta make the Stanley for Viv because I had this Stanley pattern that was a stuffed Stanley, like Hawaii style. It had a face. Um, and yeah, I didn't get to it. And I started working on Amelia's. So these are Amelia's. I did not get the whole set done. So I gave her a bear and a um, chocolate covered strawberry. And
Hmm.
then I forgot Viv's. I did the bouquet of roses for Viv.
Oh,
And
those are cute.
then I had this little Sharkito pattern. Sharkito, the polite shark. He's holding like a teacup in his pattern. So I just took
Okay.
the heart from the other bear.
It's really cute though.
Yes. And I'd been wanting to try out Sharkito as a giveaway for Viv's running team. So that really played into there. So those were my crochet finishes. Yes. I got all that done in like a week and a half.
And in case, like she said, that Viv's running team is the Sharks.
Yes. Yeah. And yes,
But
I know it's not a swim team. Apparently, the story is because the original coach has since passed away. His wife is the treasurer. She's still a very big part of the team. The team was started in 1980, so it's been around for a long time.
Yeah,
Apparently,
it is.
um, he thought of like, what's something scary?
Okay,
1980, Jaws, sharks. They're
gotcha.
not a swimming team, it's running. We get asked that all the time. Um, all the time.
Because I mean, if you think about it, it makes more sense for swimming.
Oh, for sure.
How many sharks do you see running on land? None.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
Yeah, yeah. So that is all my crochet finishes. Do you have anything in
I
there?
do not.
I have nothing in knitting.
Nope.
Nothing in knitting. Do you have any finishes?
I do.
Okay. And then I have I'm leading this out. I have a sewing finish, sort of. I still have to do something to it. I looked up a pattern. I tried the zipper. I just couldn't make it work. So instead of it being like this and zipping closed, it's going to get snaps. But I haven't been brave enough to try the little hole punchy thing. So I made a little cross stitch project bag. I got this fabric off of like the last chance clearance aisle at Joann's. So it's actually an outdoor fabric. So it's really
Yep.
sturdy. So this was me. It is by no means perfect, but it was a fun couple hour project.
It's cute.
Yeah.
I had that fabric for a while, and I made several bags out of it.
Yeah. My next is
Because
I want to choose from the tie fabric and make a bag out of that.
I will suggest that when you do your snaps, which I'm sure you already know this, but just make sure that you measure across the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to do 3 or 2, then split down so that you know where you want them.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna jump in and get it done before this, and I'm like, no,
Yeah, no.
that would not be a good idea. Okay. So that is sewing. And you haven't
No,
gotten
for
no, I
me
know
because
that's
I'm not allowed to be down there.
oh, that's right. Um, and my last finish shouldn't be a surprise because I was so close. I finished it that same dang day as when we recorded last time. Here, I haven't gotten a frame or anything yet. Here is my wedding sampler.
That's so pretty.
Yeah. I found through doing this, I was a little nervous. I really, really like back stitching. I enjoy the back stitching.
I'm glad you said, because so do I, and
Yeah.
everybody thinks I'm bad for it.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it does give it such depth.
You
So,
can spotlight yourself, and then everybody can see it bigger. Sorry.
no, that's fine. Um, how does I spotlight?
So go to participants, go to your name, and then
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
technical difficulties, everybody.
I've never actually. I've got pin, rename, and edit.
Or just, how you switch view to just be active. Maybe. I don't know.
Mhm. And I'll hold it really close
There you go.
because yeah,
It's
uh,
so pretty though. What color was that? Do you remember?
it is 991, I think.
Okay.
I have like 5 million of them, and wait, yes, I have one right here. Yeah, 991, 991. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't dye the fabric. I think it works well on the white. I just need to decide. I In my mind, I would like to have it in a frame with my wedding picture.
Okay.
With Pete, I think I actually could pull a picture that my sis we got married at a Justice of the Peace, and it was a small thing. Um, but there's some pictures of us like standing next, like not a formal picture, but like
Right.
while we're during the ceremony. So I might pull one of those instead of the formal, and then frame the one, not formal, but the group pictures. I might do that. But yeah,
All
it's
right.
just deciding what kind of frame, what size, all of that, matting. Yeah, that's all my finishes.
Okay. So,
What you got?
you guys saw my ornament for Warren. Well, here's the one I did for Harvey the day that I got told that my foot was broke
Hmm.
because I needed something to just, yeah, to get my mind off of it. So I thought he turned out really cute. So I still have to cut all these apart so I can finish them.
I was gonna
But I
say.
think I can get 2 more snowmen ornaments off of this piece.
Hmm.
So I'm just gonna wait. And that's why I haven't ironed it or anything, because I just keep taking it in and out.
Yeah.
Um, then last time you saw this, I will show where it was before.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm so not good at remembering to do that.
So that's where this was before. And here it is, all done.
Oh, that looks good.
So this is 121 from DMC. I did buy 2 colors to make because I have 2 more of these I want to make for gifts for Christmas, and I'm gonna turn them all into pillows.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna put a flannel on the back or plaid,
Mhm.
whatever I can find in the colorways. So I'll be doing a variegated red one
Mhm.
and a variegated purple one.
Yeah.
And I misplaced the bag of all that floss that I bought. So I don't know where it is. And then my next finish, I will show where this was. I'm just glad that this one is done. So that's where it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then I concentrated the week of Valentine's really, really hard on this one.
Oh, that looks really
So
cool.
I got that one all finished. And then I couldn't decide. I kept asking everybody what to do on the bottom. I
Mm-hmm.
decided to go with what's did I put? Yeah, WI and then my zip code.
Mm-hmm.
And then the year over on
Yeah,
this side.
I like that.
So because I didn't leave enough, obviously, to put anything big.
Yeah.
So, but those were all the high temperatures for 2023. And the coldest day was in February last year, right there. And it
Mm-hmm.
was 7. But otherwise, I have
Not.
to laugh because, like, all this
Mm-hmm.
at Christmas, we're in the 50s.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a weird Christmas.
It was just weird. It
Yeah.
was just weird
Even
temperature
right
wise.
now, it's weird.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I'm in capris and a t-shirt, as you see. And this is how I went to the doctor this morning to see the surgeon
Yeah.
because I was like, I'm not putting on a hoodie because by the time I move around,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be too hot.
Yeah.
So that is all of mine.
So now we're on whips. What do you want to start with?
I have 4 cross stitch and 2 knitting.
I have no knitting. I have crochet, English paper piecing, and cross stitch.
Go with the paper piecing.
Okay. All right. Well, I will show this one quickly because it was kind of hard to show progress because I brought it with me to book club. So I got more done.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've been doing pretty good. And I'm getting close. Like I have 6 of these. So I have some more colors to go, but I'll have 3 of every color, I think, by the time I'm done. And then, yeah, more of the whites or beiges. So there's that one. And then this is last month's strip. So this is here, I'll pull it up. Made sure to, let me find the right. This is what I am working on. It is a kit. A lot of us from around the table ordered when it was on sale. It is the XO quilt, and our friend Ingrid is kind of leading a supported stitch along. And most of us, we send her money every month and she sends us the fabric. It's a surprise when we get it. Some people did choose to use their own fabric because they had an idea of what they wanted to do. So this was my first month. It is all stitched together. The only thing I'm missing is the tops of the X's need these squares to fill in and the side over here.
Gotcha.
So that's month 1, and she sent us this very pretty bag. And month 2, I've gone through and organized all the paper pieces so that they're not all in a jumble, but all I've done is based everything. So every month we'll have the white. We're all going to have the white for the little squares. And then these are the 3 fabrics for this month.
Those are going to be pretty.
Yes. And then next to this, I think that works really well because I'm just putting it together as Ingrid sends it. Like,
yeah,
I'm not going to mess with it. It's too much thought. So I haven't started stitching. I just basted everything last night, and I literally took, because this was just full of paper and it was a lot. So I took and ziplocked all the pieces I would need by month.
Gotcha.
organized. So that's my English paper piecing.
And then if you want to go into your crochet.
My crochet, the only thing I've been working on consistently is my car rider stuff, and I've gotten some work.
Oh, wow.
I've gotten some work. I have finished the second thing, and last month we said like 150, 200. It's 300 grams.
Okay.
A big cake is 300 grams. And so, let's see, last month I was here, and again, don't look that far, but so I started coming
It's a
down.
lot of stitching though.
Yes. And especially considering it's like my car project.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I've gotten a decent size into the ball. It was bigger. I've probably
You're decreasing, right?
Yeah, now I'm decreasing. Okay. So it'll get there. And then I think I decided I'm going to put anthology as my next car project.
Okay.
Because it's an easy even though it's patterned, it's an easy pattern to carry along with. I even printed it out, and I never print out patterns anymore. And it's very
Don't you
easy
can you on your phone?
I do, but
Okay.
I can keep it in the bag. It's one of those things I could just, because most of the time, like you just, but it's actually in a really nice, it's in a chart.
Okay.
And it shows you like your percentages finished and all of that. So it's really nice to see. Yeah. So that'll be my next card project once I'm finished this one.
That'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your only crochet, right?
That is my only crochet. I finished the rest.
I will go into yarn then as well. And last time I had worked on the Fanta Stitch. And then I discovered I was going to run out of yarn. So me and the yarn dyer talked, and I'm just changing out colors and hoping for the best at the moment. So I was down here, and I am on the border. So I've got 4 rows into the border. And then I have the I-cord bind off. And I need 200 yards just for the border, or the I-cord, because I'm using sport weight. If it was fingering weight, I'd need 110. Mm-hmm. So we think about 200 yards just for the I-cord bind off on this. But it is quite large. Mm-hmm. So if I do have to stop the border like a few repeats short, mm-hmm. you're not gonna be able to know it by the time it's all said and done, because it's gigantic.
Yeah, once it's blocked.
Yeah, it's huge. So I'm gonna move up that stitch marker right now, because otherwise I will forget.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to do that when I get in the car this afternoon.
I know me, I'll forget by then. I have one more knitting project, and it is my Whip Go, and it is my Prairie Fire. So Prairie Fire from Tinkin.
Oh, your top. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know why I thought that was something else.
So it was up there by Mickey's butt. This is the back of it. So I did get the split for sleeves. I know it's really bunched up. It's only on a size 16 cord, because I knit faster when it's short. But I did try this on last night during Zoom before Sarah got there. And it does all fit and looks very nice. So I'm kind of anxious to get it done, but I know it's not going to happen this Whip Go call. So the yarn I am using is Sheep's color corrector, and Sarah can
dropped in. And we Googled, I'm actually saying it right. Yep. I was being a smart aleck, but I'm actually saying it right.
I'm not even going to attempt. My mouth does not make those noises. So, but I did get that yarn from Around the Table Yarns. And so I do love the yarn for sweaters and stuff that I want to wear to and from work, because it's inexpensive. If something happens, I'm not going to be devastated like I would with my with my hand dyed yarns. So That is all for my knitting.
Okay, so cross stitch now. That's all the cross. All right, so new month. I got to start on my. I got to do the next work on the next page of my Heaven and Earth stitch along. So let's see. I pulled it up. So wait, stop it. Sorry. Um, whenever I pull up Facebook,
Oh,
it does that. Okay. Here is what it will look like. Oh, no, that is not what I wanted to do.
it never loaded all the way, so you're good.
Okay. That's what I wanted to do. This is what I am working on. So this was about here was page 1, and then page 2 is this, about there, somewhere like that. All right, so, and my stitch marker came in. So when people ask me what I'm making, I can show them. So
Oh, cool.
coming. It's very fun. I love watching it. I am doing this on easy count, 25 count, 1/1. And
You almost have it done, page 2 already again.
yes. And I just really, I got a little bit going, and then I had to focus on Valentine's Day, so I had to put it down, and it drove me crazy because I wanted to cross stitch. And yeah, typically when I pick up a project, I want to do 500 stitches a day on it. So every day I get to 500 stitches, which I think I'm a little over halfway there today. But I fell asleep. and then I'll work on something different. So that's my Heaven.
Now, are you forcing yourself to work on something different?
No, there are things I'm really
Okay.
interested in right now.
Okay.
But
I know
then
last time you just worked and worked and worked and worked and worked, and I was like, okay,
yeah, that's why I kind of put the 500 stitches, because by that point you kind of want to move on when you hit 500. I mean, I've been working on it then for quite a few hours at that point. So then it's like, okay, give my eyes a break on the little 1x1s.
Makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to go back and forth or?
Sure.
All right.
So I will show my first full coverage, and I don't have the picture to show you, but this is, well, Visit Dragar, and which is a Star Wars piece that I'm doing for a friend. And I just am going down the first page here with the one color. I am very much the person who wants to do color completion. So I'm even thinking about finishing this color here, and then it doesn't show up until page 2 on this side. And so that color will go down on both sides. And then that one will be done.
Okay.
And I think that's what I'm going to do, is just because I do better with color completion.
Yeah. I do that by the page on my Heaven and Earth.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And try to put them back in their bag so that I don't lose them all.
Yeah. All right. And then I had fallen behind, but I caught up. On my Gilmoreisms, I was 2 weeks behind, and it was a rough 2 weeks to be behind on, because that second week was a beast.
I still have to pull mine out, so there's that.
So here it is. It's all caught up. I really enjoyed these quotes. So the first set, I was kind of like, I mean, they're Gilmore Girls, but oh my God, the Scorpio. It says, Scorpio, you will meet an annoying woman today. Give her coffee and she'll go away. I mean, that was an amazing scene. And then I'm a big fat flincher. So that one was fun. I'd gotten behind on those because I was focusing on Valentine's Day. And then this week, it's Rory is going to Yale, which was another fun scene.
Yes.
So that's my Gilmoreisms. I've been keeping up. I really, the designer is very responsive on Instagram. So that's really cool. Okay. Your turn.
Just pulling up my picture, the next one I'm going to show. So this was the Halloween wreath.
Mhm.
And as you see, last time I had just half stitches. I didn't have them all completed. So
Oh, wow.
I got those all completed. I did this for a challenge one night
Mhm.
in fandom. So I got all this purple done, and I'm just leaving in the Q snap because I want to get the rest of these purples
Mhm.
before I move.
Mhm.
And this is by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I'm way behind on the sale. It ended like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
that's
My
stitching.
my next one is also Frosted Pumpkin. I am also behind. They have now completed the SAL. I think this month was the last clue.
Yeah.
Yes. So here is what it should look like. It is completed. And I did pick it up for a little bit. I am not crazy far into it, but here's where I am.
She's further than me.
um, yeah, I enjoy it when I have time to work on it. The problem was I wasn't enjoying it last time because I accidentally grabbed a needle that's for English paper piecing.
Oh my.
And they are not fun to cross stitch with, and I couldn't find a needle, and I don't know, I kept forgetting to change needles, and they're very, very sharp. I stabbed myself a lot, and it kept going in the wrong places because it's so sharp
Yeah.
that it would go in anywhere without any resistance. So yeah, that's that one.
Sarah showed hers. I'll show mine next. So I will show you where I was. Here we go. So I hate center starts. So I was trying to figure out how I was going to get to the bottom. So there's that one. So I picked it up, and so I came down here, went
Still
to the
using
pond,
copied head.
and then did the grass.
Mhm.
And I'm now over here in the corner of that. I mean, there's a little bit more underneath here, but
Mhm.
I'm to the corner where I want to be in a corner so that I can go from there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, with this one I've just been kind of picking things to work on.
yeah. So I want my thing was is I wanted to get to the dragon.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I'm to the dragon.
Yeah, I'm over there too. The troll was fun.
So and that is on fabric I dyed.
Okay, mine is I ordered the kit from Frosted. It was my first ever cross stitch kit. Um, from a not
Indie
from a
dye.
big box. Yeah, not from a big box store.
Yeah.
All right, and then my last cross stitch is a new start. I just started this night before last, and so I've done about 1,000 stitches on it because like I said, I like to do 500. I am a few months behind. This is a climbing goat, and they have some fun different stitch alongs. So this is Dragons, a Field Guide. That is what has come out to this point.
Nice.
I'm very excited to get to the dragons. I haven't decided if I'm going to complete the frame, then do the dragons, or just get the dragons in because I really want to. Probably gonna get the dragons in.
I would say do the dragons, and then when you're if you are do catch up on when you are caught up, you can start work on the frame.
Yeah. So that is, I'm not that far. This is 1,000 stitches. Uh,
I know. I mean, it doesn't look like,
mhm.
at least to me, like when I do them, it never looks like 1,000, but it's like, oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
1,000 stitches.
So this is mocha one from that quarter shop, the popular color.
Okay.
Mocha, something mocha. Anyway, and I'm doing it on, and I went with their suggestion. I'm trying to get the pictures to come up. I don't have the pattern. I think it's 18 count.
Okay.
No, it's 20 count because I'm doing 2/1. And that is the absolute limit to do 2. It is. When I get to like full stitches,
That's
like in those
gonna be
letters,
bulky in those.
it's a little bulky. Yeah. That is the absolute limit for 2/1. It works, but yeah, I wouldn't go 2/1 any higher than that. Ooh.
Yeah, I tried on the 25 and
No,
that's why
25,
I
that
got
would
rid of that
not
project.
work. No.
Yeah. It was gonna be a tapestry that I could cover up with.
Yeah, no.
So, okay. I have 2 more.
Okay. I'm done.
This next one I'm going to show you is from Soda Stitches. I think that's how you say it. And it's the Wizard of our Gnomes of Oz.
Oh yeah.
So this is where it was. And I didn't get much done. I started this working on this on Monday. And so I just got some of the bricks filled in.
Mhm.
So my goal, because I've been using not Pattern Keeper. What is it called? Markup. And when I transferred it into there, it like changed the lines and it makes it really hard to see. So then I was working it just from the black and white photo from the designer
Mhm.
in my email.
Mhm.
So I'm going to do the first whole gnome and then go on to this side and the next page.
Yeah.
So that's what my goal was, is just work from the bottom up,
Mhm.
because that's where I started.
Mhm.
So, and this is again just fabric I dyed with green apple, and it is 18 count. I do most of my stuff on 18 count. I did forget to say that earlier.
Yeah, I'm still jumping around, depending on what I'm doing.
I do occasionally like the snowman ornaments.
Mm.
They're on 14.
Mhm.
And then I started my Disney mugshot again.
Mhm.
I didn't show the before picture, sorry guys. So before I had this frame, but I didn't have it full X's yet.
Mine's still in timeout.
So I did the full X's and then I started across here because I've decided
Oh, that's right.
to only do the 5 villains across the top that I want to pick and choose. If they do come out with, because she is gonna give us some other one, she said, and if she comes up with 5 males, like there's 3 that I like right now that
Mhm.
like were part of me growing up,
Mhm.
then I would do one like that, or I'd pick, if there's more females I like with the 3 males to make 5, then I'll do another one underneath, or start over on those 5. So that's what I got on that one. And this was Whipco, so was Castle. Only thing for those is my goal is 1,000 stitches, period. Because if I was back to work full time, that's what I could see myself being able to get
Mhm.
in those months. So I'm at 600 and 400, I think.
Oh.
So 600 on the castle and then 400 on that one.
Yeah, that's all.
But that is all I have.
All right. Do you have haul?
I do, but I don't.
I feel like I want
So
you
I'm
to.
just going to tell you about my haul.
Yeah.
My haul for knitting, which I haven't had knitting haul for a long time. Last Wednesday, my enabling friends from our Zoom decided to tell me about a pattern sale from Tin Can Knits, which was buy one, get one.
Oh, yeah.
And I ended up with 10 patterns in my cart. And because that was the day they put the cast on my leg, I decided to purchase all 10. So I paid for 5, got 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a couple of things that I got off of Stitch Unload, but I've been putting all my stuff into a spreadsheet of what I own that is transferable between my iPad and my cell phone, so that if I go to a shop and I find a pattern I like, I can check to make sure if I own it or not already. So once I got those all put in, I just put them into my stash in their file cabinet, and I don't remember which ones exactly they were.
Okay.
So that is my stash enhancements.
So I have haul. My haul has amused quite a few of you. Um, I bought, where did I put the receipt? I bought some, oh, I lost the receipt. I bought some floss because Joann's was having a doorbuster sale. And I still hadn't gotten floss for dragons, so that has been bobbinated, and it had quite a few colors. And I have my Leap Day start. That is a full coverage Doctor Who Starry Night or Starry Night Doctor Who.
Whatever.
Mhm. So I have all of that, and then Stitchonomy is doing a winter stitch along, which should be starting soon. So I'd actually bought fabric. They had more of a tealy fabric, but I haven't jumped into the
Oh, that's pretty.
into the dye yet. I have a feeling that'll be soon. This is 25 count steel blue. So I'm gonna do that for Stitchonomy. So I bought floss, and this is minus the Dragons of Field guide.
And
There's
let me tell you,
probably
her
like
receipt could
30.
like passed around her room
I
4
know, that's
times.
what I was looking to see if I stuck it. I had it not that long ago. Because, yeah, it was like, zoom. The lady at the store was like, that's probably the longest receipt I've ever seen. I don't have it. I just had it too. That's annoying. I just had the dang thing. Um, yeah, it was like this long. So I got a lot of floss. I obviously bought this it does snaps and eyelet, 2-in-1 eyelet and snap plier. And then it came with some snaps, but I bought some that I liked better.
Did it come with the hole punch? Not the hole punch, but like the owl to stick through the fabric
Mm-mm.
for you to poke the hole?
I thought it did that.
You have to look up a video on that one. But normally there's a little tool that comes that you stab through and you stab it into like a mat, like the old mouse pads,
Okay.
because you're not going through all the layers. So like, yeah, we'll
Gotcha.
talk.
Okay. Okay.
But it does, it's just a pinhole pretty much, just a little bit bigger so you can put the snaps in.
Okay. So then I got that, and because I was at Joann's, I'm still like figuring out what I like with cross stitch. Q snaps, not my favorite. I can never get the tension I want. I do like my scroll frame, but one I would love a wider one. But if like for Heaven and Earth, I'm not going to keep it in the scroll frame because I'm doing one page. So I don't need all the fabric. I like that one for samplers where I can go across. So
Yeah.
so far my favorite has been the DMC frames.
Okay.
Oops. I also bought this one. It's not my favorite. It just pops on and it's
Oh, okay.
the problem is you have to make sure you don't put it on all the way. Get it most of the way on so you can tighten everything and then put it all the way, because otherwise it's not tightening. Not my favorite. But I got some different, like I had some triangle-y ones. They're almost like a tar pick shape, so I got a couple more sizes. I got those. I ordered fabric. Problem is I ordered one. I think I wanted the 18 count for my Doctor Who Starry Night, so I ordered it in easy count. I have to double check the size because I ordered two, and I don't know what the second one is for. So I don't know if I
But they're
accidentally.
both 18 count?
No, one is 25. So I was thinking 25, but then I was like, maybe I want it bigger. And I kind of went with 18 because in the pattern, that was the highest count it gave. So maybe I left this one in by accident or thought, hey, I'll probably use it. I'm not sure. So I got two of those from 123 Stitch, and I
Yeah, I've
also,
learned with 123 Stitch, I have to write it down if I order fabric from them,
mhm,
what it's to.
yeah. So I got that, and I also bought. I've been wanting to try out beading cross stitch because I like to try all the things. So I will say I don't think I'm gonna be a Mill Hill person. It's just not my vibe, aesthetic, whatever. But I wanted to try it out, and I didn't want it to be an ornament. So I got the Christmas greetings. I'm gonna take it out just because it's kind of shiny. So it's this one
Okay.
with all the ways to say Merry Christmas, because that would be cute to put in a frame at
I want to get the new frames that they came out for the paper,
for the
the
bead.
wood ones with the magnets that it clamps it and then you hold on to that while you stitch. Because I use a hoop, so I have to have something to hold on to, I think. I don't want to rip the paper.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try that. I don't know when, but I was ordering the fabric.
Yep.
I wanted to make it worth it.
I can't travel alone.
No. And then I'm like putting off one of the things I bought. Um and then I got my book club from Forbidden Fiber Co. for January. I'm gonna do an audiobook because I think it would be very cool to stitch on the project while I am listening to it. So it came with the pattern. So it says, within every dystopia, there's a little utopia. So the theme for January was a dystopian book, and it is Life as We Knew It. It's the start of a series. So it came with Forbidden Fiber Co.'s their own
Oh,
dyed
pretty.
threads, and it came with a 16 count
They do a
Ada
lot.
spider in
They do a lot on 16 count.
yeah, in primrose. So I can take this one out because the Ziplocs are too shiny. Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh yeah. Trying to see. There's a little bit of color to it, but not a lot. All right.
Nice that they surged it for you too.
Yes. And the last thing, my mom's an enabler, and I was looking at crochet thread because I bought that tiny little dragon project, and I have all these. And I bought this.
Very nice.
Number 10 crochet thread. It was $18.99 at Hobby Lobby. And I mean, the crochet thread, it was like $2.99 for a ball, but I didn't know what color I wanted to do anything, and I probably don't know.
And that might take you a year before you even run out.
Yeah, make a dragon army. No.
Good.
And one more thing, let me grab it. My mom actually got it for me. I was gonna buy it later on. I have my plans
Yeah.
to do the Merry Mushroom Picnic large version
Oh, wow.
because it's like over 200 colors.
So it's double-sided.
Oh, it is. I said
You'll probably need
eventually
one
I'd
more of
get.
those just to get it all in there.
Yeah. So I got that. And I don't even think that's all I've bought, but that's all I got around me.
So I will show the two apps that I did buy on my phone here. And they do transfer between the two. They talk to each other, which is nice because when you're paying for an app, a yearly app, that's normally my biggest thing. Like, can I use it on both or do I have to purchase it twice? Sorry. So this is the
the
X
cross
stitch.
Yeah.
And so this one tells you have a journal spot, you have how many patterns you have, threads. So that's what I did when I couldn't craft this week. I input everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have, I was able to put in my kitted stuff that was like already kitted, whether it was the dimensions or one that I kitted myself.
Mm-hmm.
there was a wish list. So like everybody I'm sure that cross stitches knows Nashville needlework is coming up next weekend.
Yeah.
So I've been putting all the patterns that I want or that I ordered through like my local shop so that I don't double buy them.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Finish It, a place for all your finishes. You can put up to 4 pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of them I have like the main picture of the pattern and then maybe some progress. And then I'm going to put up, I have the finish there, but when I fully finish, I'll put that picture in there too. So I'll always have a record of that.
Yeah.
And it was only $9.99 for the entire year.
Okay.
So for me to have a peace of mind to know these are the Prairie Schooler Santas I have.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm there trying to buy them, because I've got one that I've got 4 of.
Yeah.
So that'll be future giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to stop having duplicates. And then start and finish dates, obviously. And then I purchased Markup RXP. I can run them on both my iPad and my phone. They do not talk to each other though. But I don't have to pay double for them.
Yeah.
So there are projects that I refuse to work on in a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
So those are the ones that are on my iPad.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ones that I do work on when, I'm on Zoom meetings, they're on my cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
So I found them both very much worth the money for them. So
real life.
I'm out of the cast. That got cut off yesterday for an MRI because you can't go in the MRI machine with fiberglass on you. That's just bad all around.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so then today I went to see the surgeon. I have to have surgery. I have to have a plate put in my foot with 5 to 6 screws.
Yeah.
All internal.
Yeah.
But he's booked up till April 12th. So I'm in a air walking boot cast thing right now, which I can take off and take showers. Yay. I'm not being told I have to take sponge baths anymore for right now. But from the time I have surgery until at least 2 weeks out, I will not be able to remove the boot at all. To sleep, to shower, nothing. They literally want me only to get up to go to the restroom.
Mm-hmm. And
other than that, they want me laying or sitting with my leg elevated.
Yeah.
So I will be going back to stay with mom.
Yeah.
Because as you saw, my dog, he's huge. He's fine when we're upstairs like this, but like he does get temperamental in the middle of the day, especially once it started getting nicer. And he'll growl and bark at me because he thinks he needs to go lay on the porch or in the grass.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand it. I do. But I can't be going up and down like that to do it.
Yeah.
So if I'm not here, he's fine. He lays and sleeps. My son leaves for school an hour and a half after my husband goes to work. So he lets him out before my husband feeds him and lets him out. My son then lets him out before he goes to school. Then he gets out of school at 12:15 to come home for lunch. And, he has a study break period afterwards that he gets to stay home for. So he's not due back to school till 1:45. So he comes home, plays with the dog, lets him outside, puts him back in the house, and then he's home from school at 3:35. So he's well taken care of when I'm at my mom's. It's just that when I'm here, he thinks I need to spend all of my waking moments with him as well.
Yeah.
Doing what he wants. So, and he thinks he's helping by laying on top of the cast. Today I came in with this other new thing on, so then he was sniffing my foot like, what did they do to you now, Mom? I don't understand. Everything keeps changing. So he's good. I'm good. It'll be fine. The doctor thinks 100% everything after the surgery. My lymphedema will no longer be. I'll be able to go back to hiking and walking. What I did when I was younger, it's all good things. It's just gonna take the time.
Yeah.
So
life. Let's see. Last time, it was the day before my daughter's birthday. I survived them all. I was exhausted. My brain hurt. It was a lot. And then I did the crazy thing of I had a spontaneous dinner party that night with my in-laws, Peter's parent, his dad, aunt, brother, sister-in-law, nephew. No, niece. Niece
Nice.
is in town. Um, and then Amelia's best friend, her mom and brother. So I had a lot of people for a last minute dinner. She requested chicken. Well, first she requested apple candy, which is just basically like pan fried apples, Peter, with butter and cinnamon, sugar. And I said, no, that's not dinner. And she said chicken, and I'm like, okay, what do you want with the chicken? Strawberries. You're making this very hard. So we had chicken Alfredo. I could make it for a group last
Yeah.
minute. It worked. And then she wanted a blizzard cake from Dairy Queen, so that worked out well. Then Viv and I went to Michigan, and our nephew, Peter's brother's oldest son, actually is doing his postgraduate work there near Ypsilanti, so like Ann Arbor. So we met up with them. They came to Viv's meet. Viv got gold. She did not PR, but it was a tricky. It was hours of waiting. It was ridiculous. So yeah, we went to Michigan, and then my mom came a couple days later, and she's here for a while. So yeah,
Fun.
busy, and I've got Viv's birthday coming up next month, and she's gonna be 12, and she also wants to go to the mall.
I was gonna say she also thinks she's going on like 42.
So fun. But she requested my turtle cheesecake. That's her favorite that I make. So
Nice.
just busy.
It is.
Hmm.
It is 100% busy season. JJ leaves for Guatemala, I think, in a week and a half now, 2 weeks.
Mm.
So
It
I
almost
think
sucks. Well, I guess it's good that it doesn't overlap with your surgery, because then who would take care of Cooper? Okay, yeah, no, it's good that for your surgery.
yeah,
All right.
but he's excited. He's gotten all his letters from college. He's starting to pick out. They're a lot. They give the kids each other's information to contact.
Mhm.
So he's been emailing a couple
Nice.
so that he's starting to get some so that he can maybe pick who he wants to room with. He's like, I really don't care who I room with as long as they're not dirty.
Hmm.
And I was like, did you open your bedroom door?
Yeah.
But I'm not dirty, smelly. I'm like, well, that's hygiene, honey,
Yeah.
not dirty.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. So, yep, he's in the final stretches of high school.
Hmm.
So every time I think about it, I start crying. So we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah. That is it. So yeah, we'll try to get that special episode. I have to actually sit down, and I have some ideas. I'm just not good at planning. I just kind of do what I love.
I have one more section to whittle down because I thought, getting to 25 or 30 would be hard. Yeah, now I'm at 45 and I don't know which ones I'm going to take off.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well,
I hope everybody has a great week or two.
yeah.
To normal floss tube or podcast or whatever we want to call it. And hopefully me and Sarah can get some more finishes.
I'm trying.
I think it's going to fall on Sarah this time because all my whip goes for this month are big projects. Sunday, the new whip goes get called. So I'm praying for at least one small item. Just one.
All right. We will see you guys next time. Have a good
Bye.
month. Bye.